Welcome, my friends, to a journey beneath the sacred sky. Today, we walk with the Lakota, following the rare and mysterious blue moon, a sign whispered about for generations. It is said that under this moon, the buffalo will return, the land will heal, and the people's spirit will rise again. Stay with me, because what you're about to hear is more than legend. It may be a prophecy for our own time. Among the Lakota people, the moon is not just a pale light in the darkness. She is Hanwi, the moon spirit, our sacred grandmother. She watches over the earth, over the rivers, over the breath of every living being. Her face marks the passing of time, the tides of the waters, the quiet rhythms of our hearts. Each moon in her cycle has a name. The moon of the popping trees, the moon of the red grass, the moon when the deer shed their antlers. But once in a great while, a rare moon rises. A moon that carries a whisper from beyond the veil of ordinary days, the blue moon. To the Lakota, this is no accident. It is a message from the Creator, a sign to pause, to listen, to prepare. Among our elders, there is a vision tied to this moon, a vision of the return of the buffalo. They say that after long seasons of hardship, after famine, loss, and the forgetting of the old ways, the buffalo will return. Not one or two, but many. Their hooves will thunder across the plains once more, and with them will come the healing of the land. The rivers will run clean. The grasses will grow tall. The people will remember who they are. When the blue moon rises, we are called to look not only at the sky, but into ourselves. For prophecy is not only about what will come, it is about what we choose to do when the sign appears. And so we watch, and we wait, for grandmother's rare blue light, and the sound of the buffalo on the wind. The old ones say the prophecy came in the time of great hunger. Winter winds cut through the lodges, and the people's strength was fading. It was then that a young medicine man named Mato Wiyaka, Barefeather, went alone into the hills to fast and pray. For 4 days he waited. For 4 nights he listened. On the 4th night, under a pale and strange full moon, a moon that seemed to glow with a blue fire, the vision came. Across the endless plains thundered Tatanka Oyote, the Buffalo Nation. The earth shook beneath their hooves like a heartbeat returning to a faint body. From their midst stepped a great white buffalo cow, glowing like snow beneath that blue light. She spoke, her voice both gentle and unshakable. When the moon turns blue, and the people remember the old ways, we shall return. We will feed your bodies and your spirits. But if you do not honor the land, we will vanish again, and the earth will grow silent. When Mato Wiyaka awoke, the moon was setting. The vision was gone, but its power burned within him. He returned to the people, carrying the message like a sacred fire. The elders said it was a warning and a promise. A time would come when the buffalo, once countless, would almost vanish from the earth. And when they returned, it would mark the turning of an age, a chance to restore balance, to heal the land, and to remember who we are. Even now, when the blue moon rises, we remember Barefeather's vision, and we listen for the sound of buffalo on the wind. For the Lakota, the buffalo are not merely creatures upon the plains. They are relatives, grandfathers and grandmothers of the earth, providers of life and teachers of the sacred ways. Every part of the buffalo was once a gift: meat to sustain the body, hide to shield from the wind, bone to craft tools, sinew to bend the bow. Nothing wasted, for nothing was taken without prayer. In the circle of ceremony, the buffalo stands as a symbol of abundance, of the prayers carried to Creator on the breath of the sacred pipe. It was the white buffalo calf woman who came long ago, emerging from the mist, bringing the chanunpa, the sacred pipe, and teaching the people how to walk in harmony with all that lives. Her promise was simple. As long as the people honored the sacred way, the buffalo would remain, and the heartbeat of the earth would never fade. but promises can be tested. In the 19th century, the great herds fell beneath the thunder of rifles. From millions to mere hundreds, their absence tore a hole in the soul of the prairie. This was the time of breaking the elders spoke of, when the covenant was wounded, when the land fell silent, and the wind carried no scent of the herds. Yet the story is not over. The buffalo still walk the dreams of the people. The white buffalo is born again from time to time. A sign, the elders say, that the old ways are calling us back. A reminder that if we return to the sacred path, the earth will heal, and the thunder of the buffalo will once more roll across the plains. They say the moon is more than light in the night sky. Among the Lakota, she is grandmother, the one who sees all, who counts the days, who keeps the memory of the people. And when the balance between humanity and the land is broken for too long, she sends signs. Not all signs are loud. Sometimes they come in silence, in strange colors, in unusual timings, in rare appearances. The blue moon is one of these. But in the old stories, the blue moon of restoration is not an accident of the heavens. It is a warning and a chance. Before she rises, the people will live through years of imbalance. Floods where there should be grass, drought where there should be rivers, the buffalo wandering thin, sickness among animals, and skies that show colors not seen before. When this moon rises, the people will be crying for help, yet many will have forgotten how to listen. The prophecy says, if, at the blue moon, the people return to prayer, if they renew the sacred ceremonies, and honor the buffalo, the heart of the plains, then the herds will multiply, the waters will run clear, and the prairie will bloom again. But if they turn away, if greed and forgetfulness still rule, then Grandmother Moon will turn her face from us, and a great silence will follow. It is not the moon who decides our fate. It is we, the people. And the blue moon is the moment we choose. There is a story, whispered through generations of the Lakota, of a night when the moon would turn blue and the land would begin to heal. In the late 1800s, that promise seemed impossibly far away. The great buffalo herds, once dark rivers flowing across the plains, were slaughtered until fewer than 1,000 remained. The people, too, were broken, forced from their ancestral lands, their sacred ceremonies forbidden, their way of life crushed beneath the weight of a changing world. Yet in 1889, in the midst of sorrow, the ghost dance spread across the plains, a movement born of prayer, vision, and prophecy. That same year, a rare blue moon rose in the sky. Some elders looked up and knew. The ancestors were listening. The promise was not gone, only waiting. Decades passed. The buffalo did not return in their millions, but the dream endured, carried like an ember in the heart. And in the late 20th and early 21st centuries, the ember began to glow again. Tribal nations led the way, restoring herds to their lands. And from these herds came rare and sacred births, white buffalo calves, each one a living sign, a reminder that the wheel of time was turning. The elders say these are not mere coincidences. They are markers, signs that the old prophecies are unfolding, and that the harmony between land, animal, and spirit can yet be restored. And so, the blue moon remains a signal in the night sky, not of the past, but of what is yet to come. In our time, the prophecy of the Lakota blue moon speaks with renewed urgency. It is not just an old story, nor a relic of a vanished world. It is a mirror held up to us now. On the first level, it is ecological. The return of the buffalo is not only the healing of a single species, it is the healing of the prairie itself. When the buffalo roam again, the native grasses breathe, the soil revives, the birds return. A living balance is restored, one hoofprint at a time. On the second level, it is cultural. Every buffalo hunt, every ceremony, every Lakota word spoken for Tatanka renews a thread in the sacred web of identity. The blue moon reminds the people who they are and calls them back to the center of their story. And on the deepest level, it is spiritual. It tells us that harmony with the earth is not a choice, it is a law, a covenant. Break it, and the land grows silent. Honor it, and the land will sing again. But elders warn, prophecy is not a promise without cost. The blue moon may rise, but abundance will only return if the people choose it. It requires prayer, ceremony, and a living respect for the earth. It requires turning away from greed and toward gratitude. Astronomers can chart the next blue moon in the calendar, but the prophecy does not ask when it will come. It asks how we will meet it. If the next blue moon rises in a time of drought, fire, poisoned rivers, and unrest among nations, will we see it as the sign Mato Wiyaka saw? Will we turn back in time? Some vision keepers say that in our generation, the blue moon is no longer just about the buffalo. It is about all our relatives, the rivers, the forests, the salmon, the eagle. When the buffalo return, so too will the spirit of restoration spread across the earth. The question is not whether the blue moon will come. It is whether we will be ready to answer it. They say the sky holds more than light, it holds memory. And on a certain night, when the blue moon rises, that memory will spill over the land like a tide returning to shore. The Lakota tell of this night. A vision of restoration. Of buffalo once more thundering across the plains, the ground trembling beneath their return. A sign that the covenant between people, land, and Creator still lives. But prophecy is not a deadline. It is a doorway. And the voice of the elders is clear. Do not wait for the blue moon to change you. Begin now. Plant the seeds. Speak the prayers. Welcome the buffalo in your heart, the strength, the humility, the belonging. Let the land know your voice, so that when the sign comes, it will already know your name. For on that night, whether a year from now or 10, the moon's glow will feel ancient and strange, a light that touches something in the soul we thought was long buried. And then, in the silence, the questions will come. Have we prepared the land? Have we kept the covenant? Are we ready for restoration? If we can answer yes, then the blue moon will not just be a rare celestial event. It will be a signal. The heartbeat of the plains returning. The circle made whole. And in that moment, we will know no winter lasts forever. And so, under the light of the blue moon, we remember the promise of the buffalo and the call to live in balance once more. If this story touched your spirit, share it with others and let the wisdom of the Lakota travel far. Thank you for watching, my friends. Until we meet again, may the Creator guide your steps and keep your heart strong.